Our theme for this year's conference is Reimagine, Revolutionize. We will not be telling our grandchildren about COVID. We will be telling them about what life was like before COVID, because it will never be the same again. Going forward, we will refer to our lives in two time frames, BC and AC, before COVID and after COVID.
I learned a very valuable lesson that it's difficult to ask your installed base how to truly innovate because they can only respond in terms of what they're already getting from you. You know, if people are buying gasoline cars from you, very few people are going to describe an electric car that you should build. So customers have a hard time telling you how to truly innovate. Next,
we all have experienced at least one of the following symptoms in the last 6 months. Number one, lack of collaboration. We are no longer having those daily Keurig convos, those conversations in the break room or around the water cooler. We have lost the ability to connect and have a conversation that leads us down to a path to a new brilliant idea.
We are here to have some fun.
Communities are going to be, I think, one of the things that all marketers and all companies are really going to need to get their heads around as the marketing landscape changes, and also how our consumers and how our clients are also changing their content consumption behaviors as well.
Don't worry, be crappy, stolen from a song by Bobby McFerrin. Don't worry, be happy. And what I learned here is that, the first permutation of a curve jump is going to have elements of crappiness to it. Macintosh wasn't that good. 128K of RAM, no software thanks to me, 400K floppy drive, 5 megabyte hard disk, 9-inch monitor, monochrome. There's lots of elements of crappiness to this. But you know what? It was better than the existing computers. It was a curve jump, just like
how TV producers are able to keep audiences engaged for either 30 minutes or an hour. How do they do it? What are the tips and tricks that they're doing? We're seeing a lot more of those premises start to come into the virtual event landscape, and I think that that'll continue.
We've become Zoom zombies. Number 3, lack of attention. We aren't able to focus like we once were. We get distracted by social media, our home environment, the dog needs let out, an Amazon package arrived. You've become a full-time 4th grade teacher, and we aren't able to focus anymore. People can tell when you aren't engaged, especially on Zoom. It's magnified.
So I'm backstage, and as his energy is coming through the curtain, I could feel it seeping into me, and I felt the uncertainty, the self-doubt, the self-sabotage, the internal dialogue started going, and it was definitely less preferred. So I started telling myself I'm not good enough, I'm not talented enough, I'm not funny enough, I'm gonna fail. And I got trapped in my own cycle there. And as that show, I got 7 standing ovations. 7 standing ovations, all at the hands of Big John. Whatever that challenge is, what if you could just reframe your perspective and look at this challenge as an opportunity to reach, to stretch, to grow, to reinvent yourself. Because this situation, this Big John, this challenge could be the greatest thing that's ever happened to you.
In a time of uncertainty, there are only 3 certainties in life: death, taxes, and customer experience. An economic fallout is always the best advertisement for the competitive advantage outstanding customer service companies have over the rest of their industry. When you isolate their performances, just during the Great Recession of 07 and 09, you see how the worst customer experience companies had a negative 57% return. Many of them didn't survive. The stock market struggled at a negative 16%, while the best customer experience companies posted a positive 6% return. The companies that don't invest in customer experience are the ones that their leaders don't understand the financial impact customer experience can have.